evening, everyone. So we are back again with our one more new weekly session, and today's topic is payment integration. In this session, we'll learn how to collect payments in less than a minute, generate payment links, share them with the clients, and reduce the collection time. So first of all, let's understand what payment integration is all about. So payment link is basically the initial registration needs to be done with our Nimble account, which sets up a convenient payment gateway for a faster invoice payments. So with this, you can generate payment links and share them with the customer, who can then view all the invoices, details related to the dues and the amount that needs to be paid. So what we create a invoice or a sale entry in our real books, and then we need to share the bill over the mail, and then accordingly the client pays us after a number of follow-ups. So those all things are getting summarized or helping this out with the payment integration wala part. So how to begin with the payment integration? First of all, there is an initial registration which needs to be done with the Nimble account, and for which you can always reach out to our sales team and the support team, who will be helping you out with the setup and the initial procedure. So these are all the charges which is being charged by the Nimble. So we are not charging any extra fees related to this part. So this is the charges, all these details. You can always come up to the Real Books blog section and you can view all these details over here itself. And while the account creation part with the Nimble account, the initial KYC needs to be done, for which these all details needs to be updated with them, so that we can begin with our procedure with the financial module. So for these all details, these all integration part can be helped out with our sales team and the support team at any point. So once this integration is done, it will take around 2 days of activation of Nimble account. And then after the account is activated, we can proceed with the procedure in our Real Books financial module. So this is my financial module. So for activating the payment link in financial module, we just first need to go to settings, configuration, features, and there is an option of payment link. The payment link. By activating the feature of payment link can be generated via the ledger report for paying amount against a particular invoice. So once we enable this toggle button, these details needs to be fed in, like what is the company name, company code in case you want to update it, the company email ID against which the mails will be triggered, and who all will be marked as copied in the mail. All those details, if you want, you can update it over here. The bank name. Now, this is the ledger name which is already created in our financial model. Usually, we will not update the exact bank ledger name, because we need to update the Nimble settlement account, because there are certain charges that can be deducted by the Nimble account, as well as, I mean, in the Razorpay also minimal charges are being deducted by them. So in case if the amount is paid via these platforms, if the invoice amount is 20,000, a minimum amount or in paisa can be charged as the charges part. So for that reason, we are updating the bank name or the ledger we have created as a Nimble settlement account, and the bank code, which is a mandatory field, again the ledger code which is updated in our masters field. All these details needs to be fed in. Then comes the payment key and the secret access key, which will be provided by the Nimble account. Once your Nimble account is activated, all these details can be provided or fetched from there. And then comes the link validity days in days. For example, if you have generated this link today, and if you want the client to pay you within 2 days, and after 2 days, that link should get automatically expired. So all those details can be fed in over here. And then we need to click over here as register. So once your integration part or the linking part, the registration is completed in the financial module as well, we can then proceed in search of our invoices or the sale entry, which is already present in my Real Books. So we will now go to reports, accounts, daily reports, and then comes ledger. So we'll be selecting one ledger named as Zomato Limited, and I will be searching the date range of today, which is 20th of January. So for example, there are certain entries, like this is the entry I am proceeding with. So this is a sale entry of amount, say suppose 26,528, and this is the sale entry which I booked in my books of accounts. And now I want to generate a payment link so that my client can directly be approached for the payment, and he doesn't needs to view or go here and there, where is the invoice or somewhat like that. So I can just simply click over here, and in the options icon present against the entry, you will be finding one option of generate payment link. So let's click over here. So the moment I clicked, automatically my entry got splitted with the bill details part in the back, and there is a payment link which got generated. I will be clicking on the copy icon. I will copy this, and then I will open a new tab. So basically, as since I am the person who is generating or updating the sale entry, so once this link is getting generated, this link gets mailed to the client. So just a small show. I mean, this is the mail which will be triggering to your party. I mean, in my case, it's Zomato. So it's getting triggered from there since I'm marked in my CC. So it's updated over here to me. So these details will be updated with the same link which got generated in my financial module. And the attachment will also be there in case if there is an attachment at the time of creation of entry. If you have updated the attachment, that attachment will also be mailed with all these details. So the moment the client clicks on this particular link, which is being updated via the mail, this screen will be appearing where you will be finding an amount of pay invoice. Now, if the clients click on the pay invoice, the gateway will get open over here, and then accordingly, the client needs to feed in the mobile number, then needs to click on continue. After clicking on continue, we can select any payment mode that we update that from which we want to pay. So over here, I'm selecting the option as wallet and clicking on Airtel Money. Then I will click on pay. Click on success. So it will take a fraction of seconds for this. So automatically the payment is done. It says, thank you that the payment is already done. So now I'm coming back to my real books. So this was the sale entry against which the payment link was generated, and against this particular payment link, the entry has all the payment is already done by the client. So if I click on search, this is the receipt entry which is being posted against the sale entry for which the payment link was generated. So you need not take the headache of updating the receipt entry in your books of accounts. This particular integration part will automatically help us to update the receipt entry in my books of accounts immediately. So let's check how the entries have got posted. If you just click over here, the entry, the Zomato automatically got credited. The Nimble account, which was updated at the time of registering or integrating in the settings page, though that particular ledger has been updated over here. My bill got knocked off as per the bill against which the bill was paid. And the entry will automatically be logged because this is an auto entry against which the payment was done. So this way we can always use this feature so that on a single click of button, the payment is being done and automatically the entry will get posted to your financial module, and you need not worry about the amount getting received against the Nimble settlement account. So this is, I mean, something in your, for one particular ledger I have showed you. I would like to show it to you for one more ledger. Like say suppose Ahuja Private Limited. If I click over here, I have one sale entry. And again, I will do the same process for generating the payment link. And I'll click over here and okay. So again, I will be giving this link over here. And now I'll pay. I will have to give the mobile number over here, then click on continue. Then select my other payment. You can use any option. Over here, I'm using payment and click on Airtel Money and click on success. So again, in my example, 2 of my parties have paid against the 2 individual bills, and the entry has also got automatically posted in my books of accounts. So now let's check how to check the report. I mean, how many links were generated against which the payment was done and all those. So where do we need to go? We need to go to reports, accounts, daily reports, and then we need to go to payment link. So if we click on the payment link part, there are a few options coming up into the scenario. We'll click on the customer wise. For example, if I want to see the party as Ahuja Private Limited, and if I click on search over here, let's check. Okay, so sorry. Since I have not clicked the payment link or generated the payment link customer wise, over here I had generated the link invoice wise. So those data will be reflecting under the point of invoice wise. So if I click on the invoice wise and click on search, so many links will be reflecting over here. For example, now if I click on Ahuja Private Limited and click on search, this option is reflecting against which this particular link was generated, and the client has already paid me, against which the receipt entry is already posted in my books of accounts. And that's the reason why the icon of paid is reflecting. So from this page, if I want to view against which transaction or against which same entry or invoice entry the payment was done, I can always click over here and view my entry from this screen as well. So you have the export option over here as well. I mean, look, you have the generate link to receive an advance from the new customer, as well as generate link to receive advance against a new event. So before going into the advanced part, let's check for the customer wise. Now, what customer wise is trying to communicate over here. So for example, coming back to the report section, reports, accounts, daily reports, and ledger. If I click going back to Zomato and clicking as search over here. So now I want initially, what did I do? I just simply clicked over here and selected one particular invoice and then generated the payment link. Now I want to generate the entire dues or whatever outstanding of this particular party till date is. I want to generate a consolidated link for that. So what I can do, instead of generating it invoice wise, now I will be generating the payment link directly customer wise. So we do have an option of generating link over here this way as well. Like for example, if I click on generate payment link now, so whatever dues, I mean, till date, I mean, 91,634 is the amount, which is also my running balance. If you can see in the ledger reports itself towards your footer. So this, the entire outstanding amount, the payment link will get generated for that outstanding amount. And if I click over here, or this mail will get triggered to our client. And if the client clicks on this particular link and now paste this link in the browser, all these bills will get reflected over here against which the payments are supposed to be done. So the invoice number and the amount, everything is reflecting over here, for which the total amount is 91,685. And if you want to deduct TDS, you can directly deduct TDS. For example, in my case, I will be deducting 100 rupees and click on pay invoice. Now I need to enter the mobile number. And I will click on continue. Then we need to click on the other payments part, then click on the wallet, Airtel Money, and pay. Success. Payment is successfully done. It will take a few seconds to confirm. The payment has been successfully done, and automatically it will be related to the thank you page. And now if I come to the Zomato part and if I click on search, oh wow, one more entry has been updated over here. So now I deducted TDS, so automatically the entry was posted with the TDS ledger. Now if I go to reports, accounts, daily reports, and payment link, Now, if I want to collect or view the payment link which was generated customer-wise and not invoice-wise, I will be finding all these details coming up over here. So this is shown as paid because we have deducted TDS at the time of receiving the entry, or the TDS was deducted at the time of payment. So that's the reason this particular icon will be reflecting in blue instead of green. So all these details, or this way you can always generate the the customer wise as well as invoice wise, you can always have these report reflecting over here. And now if you want to collect the advance payment, or if you want to generate or receive advance from a new customer, then you can simply click over here and you can update the name and the fixed amount, for example 15,000. And the expiry date, say suppose if I want to update 25 January 2023, and it's a one-time payment. If I want to click on generate link, automatically this link will get generated and it will be triggered for the new customer. For example, new customer. Now you can share this link with your new customer because it's always there that you will be receiving some advance payment or advance transactions are being done before the bill was generated. So those kind of scenarios, this link can be used, or this process can be used from RealBooks itself. And again, the process is same. The process exactly goes the same the way we were doing initially. So now if we click on this link on a different browser, this will ask us with few more information. Since the ledgers are not created, it is an advance payment which is being received by our to us by our customers. So we need to update the party name, for example, Anmol Private Limited. And the address, it's a non-mandatory field, so you can always skip over here. And the mobile number, if you want to enter, you can enter. In case if you want to update the GST number, you can always update. Since at the time of generating link, I did not mark it as a mandatory field, so I can always skip over here. And then I need to click on pay. Again, we need to give the mobile number over here and click on continue. So the process is exactly same of the payment, is just that the difference is that we are trying to collect an advance payment from our customer, for which the ledger is not created in my books of accounts. I am directly receiving the money against, and therefore the sale entry or the invoice needs to be booked in my books of accounts. And that's the reason all those details needs to be updated over here. So now if I come back to the over here, so advance from new customer, we updated the payment link for advance from new customer. If we click over here and click on search, the name is Anmol Private Limited. The expiry date that we updated was 25th of January 2023. This was the link, and the minimum amount which was paid was 15,000. So let's quickly go to our daybook and check if the entry was posted for this receipt amount or not. So let's click on the options as Anmol, because this was the ledger that we created. Yes, the amount was received and the narration was updated as being amount received from Anmol Private Limited, and the entry was posted in our financial module. So this way, on a simple click of a button, automatically the link will get generated, and if the payment is done by your customer, accordingly the receipt entry will get posted in your books of accounts, making your life more easier, a step ahead in your reconciliation, and you don't have to worry about the receipt entries again and again. Okay, the entry needs to be posted and then for the BRS needs to be done. You just need to worry about creating a sale entry, doing your day-to-day activity, booking the invoice or sale transaction, and automatically generating the payment link so the client can get update of all the links or the dues over the mail itself, and therefore posting or giving, the payment needs to be done, and automatically the receipt entry will get posted in your books of accounts. You can always explore these features the way which is explained in our today's session. In case if you want more detailed information, you can always come up to our RealBooks website. In the blog section, you will be finding an option of RealBooks has now been integrated with the Nimble accept online payments easily. These details are already posted over here to how to use the payment link, how to generate an invoice link. All those details have been updated over here, that how to generate a customer link, and most important, the charges which is being charged by the Nimble part. Those details are updated, and account creation, the KYC, the document needs to be updated. And for these details or the KYC part, RealBooks will be happy to help you. So you can always reach out to our customers or customer care number and the sales team and accordingly you can start the process anytime. So thank you so much all for joining. So in case if anyone has any query, we can quickly take those queries and accordingly we'll wrap up for the day. Thank you. Thank you so much.